I'm going to go to this historic dance, and I'm going to tell you why it was historic.
Okay.
Was the Mighty Crown, Alexa Supreme, and Rootsman. You remember that
Oh,
dance?
okay. Yeah, man, definitely.
Okay. Why that dance was so historic, this was the first time I've ever heard, and I've never heard it before. The opposite sound play the other sound's dub and then turn around and counteract what they just played. That was freaking insane. Now that this is years now, could you please tell us a story how that even happened? How you ended up getting that dub to cut the counteraction to mash up the dance? How did that happen?
Oh man, how did that shit happen though? I remember it was Konshens.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was Konshens Dubplate, and one of the engineer, I think made a mistake,
Mm-hmm.
and then in the dance, like he happened to play the song, or he happened to have, put that song in our shit, or some mistake, right?
Mm-hmm.
Basically happened, and it came towards me.
Mm-hmm.
And then I had the dub, and I was like, yo, Bumbo Clan, imagine I play this shit, and this will fuck up the dance, man. Fuck up for the meds. And I told Konshens, I think, like at that time, right? I'm like, yo, me have this dub,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm gonna play this shit, man. It's gonna get forward, you know what I mean? Like, but it was gonna bring a different kind of vibe, you know what I mean? Different kind of heat, because imagine yourself being the other side of the opponent, you know what I mean? Like, you feel fuck up, you know what I mean? You feel like, yo,
how are you playing my dub?
Like, yo, that's a betrayal shit, like, kind of vibe there, you know what I mean? So I told Konshens, like, yo, me have this dub on, I'm gonna play this shit though. And then I heard him say, yeah man, no problem. Like, yeah man, okay. But it was another miscommunication. Like, he from him point of view, he never said yeah man. Like, it was a conversation, and I thought he said okay. Because this is a very sensitive situation, you know what I mean? This, right? So I'm like, yo, I'm gonna play this song though. That good though. I'm like, yeah man. In the conversation, but he never really said that. That's what he said, right? And I thought he said okay. That's why I played this song, and then they was like, "What the fuck, man? The fuck?" Because that's like, yo, man, I mean, we was like, yo, you not have no ratings like that shit, like, you can brag and boast in that song, because we can talk about all these shit because it's shit in the past, you know what I mean?
For sure.
And then we don't have no feelings against, like, Canadian songs, and because Rootsman and them sound there, Alexa Supreme, the bad sound them in Canada, so we can't talk about that shit, no. But yeah. So I remember, like, so that's how it kind of happened, like, kind of miscommunication, because after that, Konshens was vexed. Me and Konshens did have a vibe, after that, for a while, like, yo, Bumbo Clark, son, me never tell him, if you play that fucking song, I fuck with that, like, I was like, but I thought you said okay with that shit, like, I fucking confirmed that shit, and he's like, yeah, I never said that shit, man, come on, man, But I was like, I thought you said okay, man. Come on, man. Why the fuck you give me that song then for? You know what I mean? Like, it was like whole, miscommunication kind of shit. But I took that shit advantage to the fullest, I should say.
Because when we heard you play the Alexa Supreme dub, for a second, it's like the whole dance was confused. We were looking at each other like we weren't sure what we were hearing. But then when you turned around and played the counteraction, that's when we understood what the hell we were really hearing and what had just happened. You know what I mean? Crazy.
Yeah, it was a moment, man. It was one of the good moments for Mighty Crown in Canada.
This podcast is brought to you by www.twolinesmusichut.com.